तो हेलो दोस्तों, क्या हाल है आप सभी के एंड वेलकम बैक टू अनदर गेम प्ले वीडियो। और आज हम लोग खेलने जा रहे हैं द वुल्फ अमंग अस का एपिसोड 5। मेरी तबीयत अभी बहुत खराब है लेकिन स्टिल मैं ये वीडियो रिकॉर्ड कर रहा हूँ क्योंकि मुझे एनीहाउ इस एपिसोड को खत्म करना है। तो मेरी वॉइस तुमको थोड़ी सी डाउन लग रही होगी, थोड़ी सी अजीब लग रही होगी, लेकिन मैं उसमें कुछ नहीं कर सकता। आई एम सो सॉरी, मेरी तबीयत बहुत खराब है सीरियसली। तो ज्यादा लेट ना करते हम डायरेक्ट एपिसोड 5 खेलते हैं। ऑलरेडी बहुत टाइम हो चुका है इस सीरीज को स्टार्ट किए हुए, सो लेट अस बिगिन।
I mean, your eyes and the teeth. You're not really supposed to do that, are you?
ये पूरे 4 एपिसोड्स का रिकैप है शायद। हाँ,
Not if I can avoid it. No.
Holly's sister, Lily.
I just don't know what Bigby's doing. If he cares about it. If he even gives a shit.
That's why you can't tell me anything. It's the ribbon, isn't it?
We're destroying the tree. No! What monsters are you? What horrible, evil, villainous, warped monsters are you?
Hey, you're not really gonna send me to the farm, are you?
Look, maybe a few will get sent up, but you're my friend, Colin. I wouldn't do that to you.
ओ ये वाला था वो क्लाइमेक्स सीन, ब्लडी मैरी।
Oh God, Bigby!
This time was no joke. Eat as many metal shellings as you see fit, but take just one more silver round near your heart, and the only place I'll be visiting you is the morgue.
Bigby, wait. When you get the Crooked Man, make sure you bring him back alive. He has to stand trial.
Why don't you have a seat, Sheriff? We have a great deal to discuss.
अब स्टार्ट होगा शायद। हाँ, एपिसोड 5 क्राई वुल्फ।
You've come a long way. You must be tired.
यहीं पे खत्म होता पिछला वाला एपिसोड। पता नहीं आगे क्या होने वाला है।
And if my envoys are correct, you haven't had a lot of rest recently. Please, Sheriff, relax for a moment, will you? Do you want a drink? Something to eat? Vivian makes a very nice, it's elegant, really.
I'll have a drink. We are not friends.
Lobster,
I'm here for one
sirloin.
reason. I'm here for one reason. शायद सही लग रहा है।
me, take a seat at the very least.
I'm here for one reason, and it's not to eat your fucking food.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think you're doing?
He's gonna...
Mr. Wolf is our guest, and I have every intention of cooperating. So don't waste the silver. Sit down, Jersey. Well, Sheriff, for the sake of transparency, why don't you tell us why you're here? It would help settle everyone's nerves, I think.
You are destroying this town या फिर डायरेक्ट इसको ब्लेम करे। Destroying this
You're
town बोलते हैं।
destroying this town. You've been doing it for ages.
Destroying this town? What on earth do you mean?
What the hell do you think I mean? Slavery, kidnapping, extortion, murder? What would you call the wholesale corruption of Fabletown?
I would call it the baseless accusation of a desperate sheriff. How are you certain this isn't some conspiracy against me? I'm a well-connected man.
You can't blame me. You are behind the conspiracy. मेरे को लग रहा है यही है शायद। तो
You're
you are
right
behind the
that there's a
conspiracy डायरेक्ट बोलते हैं।
conspiracy, but you're the one behind it.
I have no need for treachery, Bigby. I do everything right out in the open. But I can understand the confusion, and I'm truly sorry about the trouble all this has caused you. And I hope you believe me when I say, Sheriff, that I sincerely mean to make it up to you. The recent murders that have gotten such attention as of late, I don't relish telling you that they were perpetrated by an employee of mine. It's a very unfortunate bit of business, but I promise you that the matter will be dealt with internally. I just want to settle the issue for you and to assure you that it's
who
over
did it?
with.
Yeah, I know who did
You
it.
really
Who did it
don't
पूछता
need to worry
है. क्या पता,
yourself.
हमको थोड़ी पता किसने किया है.
An unfortunate bit of business. You're gonna tell me right now who killed him.
Sheriff, I have complete respect for you and your job. I hope you know that. But I simply can't divulge that information. You really shouldn't worry yourself. As I said, I've got this under control.
No, I'm gonna deal with it right now.
Yeah, right. What do you think this is? Some kind of negotiation?
ये मोटे पहले बहुत मार खाया
The
इसने
man
फिर भी
said
बातें कर रहा
he'd
है.
take
देखो,
care of it. So why don't you take the hint and get out?
I'm
You're pissing me
already
off.
pissed off. You don't want to make it worse.
You think I'm scared of you?
पीट 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 इसको पीट.
You're nothing more
That's
than a...
enough! I was hoping it wouldn't come to this, but in the interest of preserving our alliance, if you have to know, it was Georgie.
इसी ने मारा है इसका.
However, like I said, I'll be handling the matter if you don't mind.
Georgie.
You got what you wanted, so just...
Sit down now.
इसकी ज्यादा चर्बी चढ़िए लग रहा है मुझे. फालतू में खड़ा हो रहा है 10-10 बार. इसने क्यों मारा वो भी नहीं पता.
I killed him, so what?
ये पीस ऑफ शिट एक मुक्का मारे.
fucking belonged.
You piece of shit. I should have fucking known.
Look, the fact is, George here misinterpreted one of my instructions.
Misinterpreted?
And I want to make things right. So, let's work something out.
What's there to work out? I'm protected, aren't I?
Your protection has limits, and I think
And
you
I
far
think you've far exceeded
exceeded
yours.
But you could murder someone in cold blood like that.
You fucking asked me to do this.
And then
You told me
attempt to
kill him.
blame me for it. You will be silent while we discuss what to do with you.
This is right bollocks, sis. You're just
मारा
gonna
क्यों
let him
वैसे
do
पता
this?
नहीं.
So what do you say, Sheriff? Can we discuss terms? You can have Georgie. Consider it a gift. Ensuring
let's
our
talk.
continued cooperation.
All right, let's talk.
You can't just hand me over. What the fuck is this shit? You said you'd cover for us.
For minor infractions, not murder.
Just go with him, Georgie. You're gonna sink us all.
What's wrong with you people? You're really gonna sell him out just like
You
that?
think I give a fuck if I'm the one? Who the shit do you think you fuckers are?
surrender.
Get the fuck out of
I
here!
do apologize, Sheriff, but I think it's best if you leave now.
There's no way I'm going with him. Are you kidding me?
Things are about to get unpleasant, and I would rather you weren't here to watch.
You can go join that whore at the bottom of the lake for all I give a shit. But he's not taking me anywhere. I'll roll over on the lot of you before I let that shit happen.
I'm
not
not
leaving.
going anywhere.
अभी कंक्लूजन पे नहीं जाएंगे.
This could
देखते
have
हैं क्या
gone
होता
so
है.
well. To speak the truth, I've never been a very good mediator. Why negotiate when you can just decide?
वो ये कौन सा मीटर है अब? क्या ये इसके अंदर थी?
Did I miss anything good? Well, look at you, all fixed up.
इसको मार डालूंगा मैं. वो इसी को मारने की प्लानिंग थी. सही है सही है सही है. अब कुछ तबाहीदार एक्शन देखने मिलेगा बस. इसको मारते पहले. क्यों 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 यार, ये तो शुरू में ही एक्शन आ गया. मजा आ रहा है वैसे.
Take this!
ए वो
You're done, Wolf.
Come on, we're pretty much done here.
इसको पहले देते हैं. ओ क्यों
I'd
क्यों
like to
क्यों
say it
क्यों
was
क्यों
nice
क्यों
knowing
क्यों
you,
क्यों क्यों
but
क्यों.
I'll be glad to see your insides turned out.
ओ बहुत सही सही खेल गया सही खेल गया. क्यों इसको फिर से क्यों इसको फेंक देगा. ओ बेटे एक नंबर. अब भी इसमें इतना दम है, इतना मार खाने के बाद.
This way.
बहुत सही. अब भागो उनके पीछे. दे मार दे. अटैक खत्म. भाग, उनके पीछे भाग जाएंगे वो लोग, वो मिरर बंद हो जाएगा जो भी खुला है पोर्टल उस तरफ। चलो पहुंच तो गया ये। ओके ओके ओके, देखते हैं क्या होने वाला है। स्टार्टिंग में बहुत सही हुआ है एपिसोड 5 का।
I know.
पहचानो कौन? बहुत सही बहुत सही। पकड़ 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 वुल्फ, उसको पकड़, जल्दी पकड़। हो जाएगा, पकड़ लेगा। ओ भाई इसकी क्या ताकत है यार, सही में मस्त ताकत है इसके अंदर। ये वुल्फ बन भी गया। ओके ओके, ये नीचे का बार क्या है? क्यों 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 क्यों? ओ भाई साहब, ए अप अप अप, ओ भाई डी डी डी, बहुत सही। ए बहुत सही, डी, बच गए बच गए बच गए। है कहाँ पर वो? वुल्फ तू सूम कर पता नहीं कर सकता कहाँ पर है वो। ओके, इनके अंदर से चला गया ये तो। दिख गया दिख गया। डब्ल्यू, ओह बहुत सही लग रहा है, तो स्पाइडरमैन निकला। डब्ल्यू, डब्ल्यू, डब्ल्यू। गाड़ी है किधर? ओ ये रहा। ओ बहुत सही बहुत सही। मैंने गेस किया था लेकिन मेरे को पता नहीं था। अच्छा, क्रिकेट मैन को पकड़। ओ भाई साहब, 2 गाड़ियाँ थी। ओके, साइड से तोड़ते हैं, फिर ये बीच में से। बहुत सही, थोड़ा गाड़ी हिल जाएगा। नाइस। क्यों 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 क्यों? वुल्फ उठ जा, बिगबी उठ जा मेरे भाई, क्या हो गया? अच्छा, वो इस तरफ से नहीं जाएगा शायद, या फिर जाएगा।
Are you sure?
Do it!
देखते हैं क्या होता है।
He's not moving.
Keep going!
राइट। कुछ खतरनाक होने वाला लग रहा है।
Come on.
पागल हो तुम लोग, वापस वहीं जा रहे हो, वो तो पता है सबको तुम लोग वहीं पे जाने वाले हो। कहीं और जाना चाहिए था ना इन लोगों को, क्या कर रहे पता नहीं। अगर यहीं आना था तो मैं डायरेक्ट यहीं पहुंच जाता पहले ही। वैसे ये खड़ा क्यों है? ओके, ये वुल्फ बन गया वापस, मतलब बिगबी बन गया वापस। देखते हैं गाड़ी के अंदर क्या है। क्रिकेट मैन ने सब कुछ करवाया, इसका मतलब मुझे उसके पीछे जाना चाहिए था। मेरे को मेरी डिसीजन गलत लग रही है। तो इतने ज़ोर से मार दिया था क्या? मेरे को पता भी नहीं। देखते हैं क्या होता है अभी।
Come on. We can't stay here.
Hang on, I need a minute.
Okay.
सुने यार, अंदर चले जा, अंदर चलते यार। कौन, अब ज़्यादा टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना। ये ठीक क्यों नहीं हो रहा? ये फेबल नहीं है क्या?
Hello, Bigby. I hoped you'd come to your senses. Crooked Man's the one you want. But of course, you're too much of an idiot to see that. Or maybe you just like me too much to let me go.
You're coming with me.
I'm taking you in, Georgie. Let's go.
You gonna carry me?
Please, Sheriff. Haven't you done enough? Look at him. He's dying.
Why are you
can't
protecting him?
seriously want to protect this guy. You know what he did.
I'm not going anywhere. It isn't his fault.
He's a murderer. Faith and Lily, he's the reason they're dead.
Look, I know he made a few mistakes. We all have.
मिस्टेक
He
दो
made sure they couldn't talk
लड़कियां
with
मर
those
गई इनको
damn
मिस्टेक लग
ribbons,
रहा है सही
and then
है
he killed them. You're wearing one yourself. Doesn't that bother you even a little, knowing that man murdered?
Of course it does. Those girls.
So it's all my fucking fault then.
I
You
didn't mean.
fucking. You're gonna
शायद
throw me to the
ये
fucking
मतलब
wolf too.
जबरदस्ती प्रोटेक्ट करने की
You know I
कोशिश की
didn't have
क्योंकि
a
उसके गले में
goddamn
रिबन
choice.
है पता नहीं क्यों
Fuck! I did what I had to. You can't fucking blame me for
You
that.
didn't have to
Look,
do anything
You didn't
ये सही
have
है
to do anything.
Like hell I didn't. Look, Faith and the others tried to pull a run on us. And as you can imagine, the crooked man wasn't too thrilled. But of course, the big boss didn't want to get his fucking hands dirty.
लेकिन
So
मारा
he
कि
told
वो
me
तो बताओ
to take care of it. You think I don't know what that means? Either I do what he says or I'm the one getting dealt with. So I fucking killed him. And I'd do it again. Cause it's not my fault. The crooked man gave the order.
मारने का तो बहुत
He
मन
told
कर रहा है
me to
लेकिन
kill them. And then
not
he
my
fucking
problem.
sold me out.
That's not my problem.
Oh, I get it. When a pretty little girl shows up at your door wanting help, you've got all the time in the world. But when I've got something to say, it's not your problem.
तो बता देना क्या हुआ था बता भी तो नहीं रहा है
Fuck
तू
you. Go ahead and arrest me then. But it won't bring back Lily or Faith. It won't free your friend Nerissa. And I'm just the sap taking the fall for the whole thing.
बात तो सही
It
है
must be so easy being you. Just come in here and blame me for all this shit. Job's done, right? George is the bad guy. It's all his fucking fault. But what was I supposed to do? You don't know what it's like, BIGBY. How could you know?
Stop whining.
Complaining and take responsibility for what you did. You murdered Faith and Lily. You put those fucking
मुझे लग रहा है इसको
ribbons
मारना
around
पड़ेगा
her necks.
वरना
You had the
स्टोरी
power
आगे
to
बढ़ने
let
वाला
him
है
go,
नहीं
but you chose not to.
You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. If I freed them, what would you have me do? Kill her?
Georgie, don't.
It was them or Vivian. So you tell me, if freeing Lily meant she had to die, do you still think
What
I
do
had
you
a
mean?
fucking choice?
What are you talking about?
This is the original. The girl with the ribbon. I'm sure you've heard the stories. Couldn't take it off, couldn't talk about it. She used her little purple ribbon to make more of them. To keep our girls quiet. To ensure absolute discretion.
You promised
क्या
you
क्या क्या
wouldn't.
All that magic is connected to this little thing. You remove hers, and the spell's broken. They're all free. But you know what happens to her? The same thing that happened to Faith. So don't you come in here and tell me I fucked up.
What the hell, Georgie? We were supposed to look out for each other. I trusted
those
you.
were your
Wait,
ribbons
Those were your ribbons? You're in on this? I thought you cared about them.
I do. Of course I do. You have to understand, nobody was supposed to die. When we built this place, it was just a stupid idea. A gimmick. Discretion is our guarantee. That's how it started anyway. This was supposed to be our place. We were going to be in charge for once, and nobody would try to control us or use us. That was the point.
तो हुआ
And
क्या
the
उसके
crooked man
बाद
showed up and everything just turned to shit.
So, do you get it now? Why I couldn't just...
इसको हॉस्पिटल ले चलो उसके पेट में से अंतड़ियां बाहर आ रही है दिख रहा है मुझे
Go right ahead. Kill her then.
What are you doing?
Break the spell. Save the fucking day.
Stop it.
I told you.
I won't
Sometimes
kill
all
her,
your
we'll find
options are
another way.
shit.
We'll find another way. She doesn't have to die. Maybe the witches
Don't talk
can...
about me like I'm not even here, please. You think this is hard for you? My life is such a fucking burden on your conscience. Don't I get a say? It's my
Bol.
life. Like it was either of yours to give up in the first
I
place.
said I'm not doing it
Vivian,
मैंने
I'm
तो वही
not
कहा
gonna kill you.
I know that.
Wait.
I'm sick of everyone thinking that they can just do what they want with my life. I thought it would be different here. But it's all the fucking same.
Vivian, I didn't mean...
Do you think I wanted to be this person? What I did to Faith and Lily? To all of them.
Vivian, wait.
एक सेकंड वो कुत्ते गला काट देगी क्या
Gwen and Hans in the eye and pretend I don't care. I have to forget what I've done to them. what I took away from them.
यहाँ कौन मरा अभी?
I look at Nerissa and I hate myself.
Vivian!
I can't pretend anymore.
What are you doing?
Vivian! Don't! Vivian! No!
अरे यार खत्म.
Fuck! No, 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 no! Why'd you have to do that, Vivian? Vivian!
Damn it!
No. अब क्रिकेट मैन को ही खत्म करना पड़ेगा और कोई फायदा है नहीं. अरे ये मर क्यों गई यार? कुछ बोल भी तो सकती थी.
I was just...
ये भी मर जाएगा उसके साथ. अरे ये तो सैड एंडिंग है यार.
Get up.
उसकी अंतड़ियाँ बाहर आ रही है सही में. अरे उसको लेके चलो हॉस्पिटल लेके चलो.
I'm gonna die here. I think we both know that. Just make sure you give the crooked man the same treatment when you find him.
वो तो खाएगा मार.
Really fuck him up for me, alright?
He's gonna
He'll
have
get the worst.
Don't worry.
Good. Old foundry by the river, alright? Shepherd Metalworks. He'll be there. Fucking asshole.
मैं अगर क्रिकेट मैन के पास चला जाता तो शायद ये जिंदा रह जाता. मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है.
Or do you plan to kick me around a little first? Rip my limbs off one by one? That's what you want to do, right?
That's not who I am.
Prove it then. No more games, alright? We both know how this ends. Just make it quick.
कि भी मार देते यार. कितना दर्द सहेगा बेचारा. खत्म कर देते.
All right, Georgie.
ये सही है. एक तरफा तो सही है यार. कितना दर्द सहेगा बेचारा. दोनों के लिए बहुत खतरनाक एंडिंग हो गया ये. हट. अच्छा नहीं लगा मुझे. लेकिन क्या करे, जो है सो है. क्या होता अगर मैं पहले क्रिकेट मैन के ऊपर ही कूदता? तो वो बोलता है कि ये लोग हैं, फिर उनको ख़त्म करके मैं यहाँ पर आता, फिर इन्हें ख़त्म करता. ऐसा ही कुछ होता. देखते क्या होता है. ओके, एक तरफ तो बंद कर दिया हमने. अब ना ये खुलेगा ना कोई रिबन का झंझट. ये सही है. क्रिकेट मैन के पास चलते हैं. शेफर्ड क्या था वो? स्टील वर्क्स कुछ था ना ऐसा. मेटल वर्क्स, हाँ वही चलते हैं अभी. ओके, देखते हैं यहाँ पर क्या है. डायरेक्ट घुसते हैं. इन्होंने सुनने वाला ऑप्शन भी नहीं दिया. और तोड़ दे. क्यों 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 क्यों? यार वुल्फ कितना ताकतवर है ना. एक गाड़ी को अपने हाथ में उठा लिया पूरा. एक नंबर ताकत यार इसके पास तो. वो भी अपने ह्यूमन फॉर्म में ऑलमोस्ट. बाद में वुल्फ बना वो. ओके, अब देखते हैं इस घर के अंदर क्या है. अब तो सुनने का ऑप्शन ही नहीं दे रहा. डायरेक्ट खोल दो. मेरे को लग रहा है यहाँ पे कुछ सॉलिड गेम होने वाला है, क्योंकि दरवाजे अपने आप बंद हो रहे हैं. दरवाजे अपने आप बंद हो रहे हैं मतलब कुछ ना कुछ गड़बड़ है.
Bigby Wolf.
ये वही है जिसको मुझे मारने का बहुत मन है. क्या नाम था उसका, भूल गया मैं. ब्लडी मैरी है किधर? आ जा दम है तो आ जा. इसको मार डालूंगा मैं इस बार. सच में मेरा दिमाग खराब है इसके ऊपर. वो सारे इमेजेस है इसके पास. मैं कहाँ था, मैं कहाँ रहता हूँ, क्या करता हूँ, सब. यू आर नॉट एज बैड एज यू लुक, ये वाला था. और ये सब तो सही है यार.
They used to fear you. They'd hide anywhere 'cause small shivering bodies would fit.
ये तो टॉर्चर वाली मशीन है, हाथ पैर बांध के जहाँ टॉर्चर करते हैं ना, वो वाली। इस तरफ तो कुछ और है नहीं यार, जाओगे? अच्छा सामने ही चलना है। इसके अंदर जाना है क्या? हाँ शायद। ओके यहाँ पर कुछ है। अच्छा बुलेट्स, सिल्वर बुलेट्स। हो
It's about time you showed up.
I had to take care of some things first.
Little errand boy. That's nice.
मार डालूंगा इसको, मेरा दिमाग खराब हो रहा है।
BIGBY, I see you made it here in one piece. I do apologize, but I have some business to attend to.
दोनों को मार
Leave me in
डालूंगा।
the capable hands of my associate. Come find me when you finish, dear.
Don't worry. This won't take long.
हाँ
Get
जा
out
रहा
of
हूँ
my
मैं।
way now. Don't make this worse.
Aw, he doesn't want to play.
I'm sure you'll persuade him.
हिट हर, मैं बात नहीं कर रहा इसके साथ।
Wow, what a man. Stealing punches while my back is turned. Didn't your mother ever teach you to fight proper?
ए इसको तो मार डालूंगा मैं पक्का। दे मुक्के, एक तो दे, बहुत सही। ओह अंदर का वो जो खुशी, मैं बता नहीं सकता, इतना खुश हूँ मैं अभी। एक और देना, एक ही में कैसे? अरे वो गायब भी हो गई। इसके पास ताकत है सही में, कुछ ज़्यादा ही मैजिकल पावर्स दे रखा है इसको। ओ कुछ गड़बड़ है, कुछ ये बहुत सही होने वाला है सही में। ओके कहाँ जाए? इसके ऊपर कूदता है। अच्छा चढ़ना था। कुछ खतरनाक गड़बड़ होने वाला है पक्का। मेरे को लगता है क्रिकेट मैन के पास कुछ ताकत है। ओके सीधे जाना है हमको। कैसे आवाज़ें आ रही है देखा? डी ओ यार इतने जल्दी करना था। हट। ओके अब तैयार रहते हैं। सीधे चल। ए नहीं तो डी मारना है हमको। ओके अभी ए मारा तो ए बच गया फिर से। अच्छा लगने वाले तब भी डब्ल्यू। अरे यार हट। दम है तो सामने आ। ओ कोई आया। ब्लडी मैरी ऐसी दिखती है सीरियसली ये? छी अंदर कांच घुसे हुए इसके, या फिर वुल्फ के एक मुक्के से वो किसी कांच के ऊपर जाके गिर गई। अब ऐसे हो गई वो। दे इसको। ओ भाई ज़्यादा ही ताकतवर है ये तो। दे अभी एक बार। एस बच गया। तब भी लगा इसको। क्यों इसको नीचे डाल दे वो नीचे लावा में फेंक दे इसको। वो गरम लोहे के पास फेंक दे इसको। बस बहुत सही। अरे यार चुप गया निशाना, कोई नहीं। ओके ये वुल्फ बन गया इसके अंदर। इसका हाथ टूट गया था ना पिछली बार। ओके ये सीरियसली डरावनी है बहुत। एक सेकेंड। 3 है नहीं 3 6 10 20 पता नहीं कितने। वुल्फ अपने सेंसेस लगाएगा और एक को पकड़ लेगा, है ना वुल्फ? है ना कुछ ताकत तेरे अंदर या कुछ नहीं है? इसको मारे, इसको पहले देते हैं। अब इसको ओ डब्ल्यू। तो फिर क्या फ़ायदा? बहुत सही है। ओ ए ए ए इसको लगने वाली है, कुछ कर नहीं सकते यार। बाप रे बहुत सही बॉस फाइट है। ए इसको लग तो रही है यार, मार इसको। ये सब रियल है? अरे भाई साहब ओ भाई ये बहुत खतरनाक है सीरियसली। क्यों 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 सबको एक ही बार में फेंक देगा। ओ भाई साहब ये वाला रूप कभी नहीं देखा मैंने इसका। W भाई बहुत सही है यार। ज़्यादा ही लंबा बॉस फाइट है लेकिन मस्त है। इसको अच्छा ये पहचान गया कि यही वाला असली वाला है राइट? क्यों क्यों तोड़ दे उसको, तोड़ दे। बहुत सही। अरे नहीं ये वाला भी असली नहीं है। दे इसको। इतने सारे कहाँ से आ रहे हैं यार, ये ख़त्म ही नहीं होते। ज़ॉम्बीज़ जैसे आ रहे हैं बस। वो कुछ ताकत निकल रहा है इसके अंदर से, कुछ एनर्जी। ओ भाई साहब बोल तो बहुत सही है यार, लिटरली बहुत बैडएस कैरेक्टर है यार ये। कोई एक होगा जो आ रही यही है। और ये वाला इसके अंदर सच में घुस गया था। नाइस। या फिर इसने निकाला अपने अंदर से, क्या पता। दे इसको। ओ बहुत सी बच गया ये। अच्छा वो भी फेक था? नहीं ये रियल था। मैंने लिटरली वुल्फ का ये वाला रूप कभी नहीं देखा था यार। ये लास्ट वाला एपिसोड क्या सही बनाया ये लोग। नंगा हो गया क्या ये? हाँ ये नंगा हो गया शायद। इसके कपड़े गिरे हुए यहाँ पे। अच्छा वो रूप बदलने से पहले कपड़े निकाल दिया था यार। बहुत इतना स्पीड है यार इसके अंदर, बहुत सही। वो क्रिकेट मैन वहाँ से देख रहा है, सोच रहा होगा किससे पंगे ले लिया मैंने। अब वो कन्फेस करेगा, देखो मैं लाचार बूढ़ा था, मेरी ज़िंदगी में कुछ नहीं था, फिर मैंने ये किया, आज मैं यहाँ पहुँच गया, ये सब बोलेगा देखना।
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of spit.
बस बात करने की ताकत नहीं है, रुक जा। ओह, सही में रुक गया।
I thought I should point out a few things. Snow White wants you to bring me back to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
You're dealing with me now.
You're dealing with me now.
That may be true, but I'd advise against defying your new boss, at least for the time being. You will bring me back alive. Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community.
ठीक है दे देते हैं, देखते हैं क्या करता है ये। मैं इतना अच्छा क्यों बन रहा हूँ यार, मेरे को ये नहीं पता चल रहा मैं इतना अच्छा क्यों बन रहा हूँ। मेरे को क्या मिलेगा अच्छा बन के? You won't be alive. Why would you tell? एक सेकंड। Why would you want that?
Why would you want me to bring you back there?
इसके पास बातें करने की ताकत है, ये बहुत सही बातें करता है मेरे को लग रहा है।
There's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at me.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm no murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Then what are you?
If you're not a killer, then what are you?
I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm not saying another word until I'm brought before the community.
लेके चले गया इसको या मार देते हैं यहीं पे.
And I don't think I'm being unreasonable. If you decide to do something stupid, like murder me, you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
बात तो सही है. ले लेना इसको वुल्फ. क्यों उसको पीछे धकेल रहा है बोल. गिर जाएगा वो पीछे से.
You're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question. What do you really care about here? Where this case is concerned, I mean. Do you really
It's about Fabletown.
This is
यही
about
बोलते हैं.
protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them. Georgie. He's dead, isn't he? My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
You really think I'm that stupid?
I understand you have an obligation to bring me in. But you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not...
लेके चलते यार. Okay,
let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say?
चुपचाप गन वापस कर.
Hey! I'm sure Miss White will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a trial in front of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
मन तो कर रहा था यही गाड़ दूं इसको मैं, लेकिन छोड़ो क्या करे. ज़्यादा होशियारी दिखाते हैं ना, बहुत गुस्सा आता है उन लोगों पे मुझे सही में.
I know, but we have to do something. Are you fucking kidding me?
Crane कहाँ गया?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to... He's back.
The crooked man.
Thank God.
सही में ले आया इसको.
Motherfucker.
बहुत सही.
Are you okay? It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble at the crooked
I'm
man's
fine.
place.
It's
fine तो मैं हूँ नहीं वैसे. देखो उसका चेहरा.
You've been worse. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that you did well, but that, you know.
He did well. I'm very surprised. कैसे कर लिया इतना अच्छा इसने.
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you waiting for?
You killed Lily!
She was my sister!
What do you have to say for
Where
yourself?
the fuck do you get off? You think you have the right to just do this to people? You're a fucking crook!
रुको रुको. वो सही में क्रू किया है. क्रूकेड मैन है उसका नाम.
Can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible. The crooked man is charged with the murder of Faith and...
As I already informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porgy who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie?
I don't
You
mean
gave
to
the order.
interrupt you, Miss White.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute. So you're saying Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
Yes, Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
I sincerely hope not.
Don't worry about it. मैं बोलूँगा तो नहीं वो मर गया करके.
Justice has already been dispatched. BIGBY executed him.
He's... what?
Dead. So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one I'm concerned with.
You called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
And
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you
How about I kill you instead?
How about I go ahead and kill you right now?
In front of all these people?
Do I look like I give a shit?
After the rest of your crimes are read through, then you will have an opportunity to defend yourself, but only then.
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf.
Twice.
A misunderstanding.
Aiding and providing
सब
monetary
misunderstanding है.
support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
Don't interrupt, कुछ नहीं बोलेंगे हम.
Now, is there anything you would like to say?
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike that one from your little record book.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's
Let him
obvious.
speak. Let him
Everyone
speak.
just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk? Well, go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where
well.
it fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get on
but we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself. And I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to
is
let him
about
talk?
justice.
अरे
If we're
बोलने दो
ever
रे.
going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Dum and Dee कहाँ चले गए वो
This is
दोनों?
ridiculous.
You
देखते
have the
कौन सा
floor.
भाषण मारने वाला जूलियस सीजर जैसे.
Thank you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
Oh,
Are you gonna
jeez.
get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees. I had nothing to do with it.
Tell
This
the
is such
fucking
bullshit.
truth for
That's
once.
not
Always
what
been a bit of
Georgie
a
said.
powder keg.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never authorize such an act.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly, please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
I wouldn't call that
Helpful
help.
isn't the word I would use.
My comrades are another matter. And I'm sorry for the predicament they put you in. They get a bit carried away sometimes, it's true. Loyal to the end. They do it because they want to protect me, as I've protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save
They
someone.
didn't want to
Yeah,
protect you.
right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that, hired help. I see some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
What about Lily? She wasn't free. She wasn't given a choice. Do you really think she wanted... that any of those girls wanted their lives like that?
I'm sorry, Holly. I'm sorry that your sister asked me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my better judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all
You
in
forget
line.
it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant. When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
यार मैं खुद कंफ्यूज हो रहा
Wasn't
हूँ.
I?
That was
Crane
Crane.
was the one who let this town go to the fucking dogs. The guy who was in your pocket, remember?
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With nowhere else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we used her magic to help poor fables get glamours. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living. Provide for herself.
बोला था ना मैंने ये
And
बहुत
what
चालू
did
है.
they do?
They burned my tree to ashes.
What?
You burned it down?
You see?
I did what
There's
was
more to this
necessary.
than they're saying, okay? It was necessary to keep this town safe. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man.
What choice did I have?
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated Crane, and you hated him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with a crooked man.
अरे ये तो
We've
बहुत
made some
चालाक है यार.
mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me, I truly want what's best for this town. And that may not always be clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
वाह.
Yeah, right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can.
We
But I
didn't-
can promise to
we were
always have
trying
your
to
best
protect ये
interests
बोलते
at
हैं.
heart.
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go to him for help, and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength.
He took faith in नहीं
And
ये
if
वाला
things
नहीं.
didn't fall exactly
He
his
never
way,
cared about any of
someone
you.
would die.
Do you really think the Crooked Man cared about you? He just cared about your money. He cares about your obedience.
बात तो सही है.
They're right.
You're all still afraid of him, even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over. And those girls
ब्लू बियर्ड
will
पहले आ
have
गया
their
है, नीली
justice.
दाढ़ी. हमेशा तो इनके अगेंस्ट में खड़े होता था, अब कैसे इनके साथ आ गया? ओह बहुत सही, ये वाला सही लग रहा है सीन. तालियां बजा.
Very good, very good. The sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a confession.
A confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
You can't.
Snow?
What about
And what
your
about
history?
your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe he's... I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this. I just
Of course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course.
What? Where are you
Where are
going
you
with this?
going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
Like what?
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He was beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my watch.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd
Snow
all
wasn't
just let
involved. You
that
are the
go?
one on
You
trial.
can't be
Snow,
serious.
That
ये वाला
was
बोलते हैं.
different.
You're the one on trial here. Don't try to turn this around on us.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
It was for his own protection.
And send him to
Oh,
Paris.
you're right, dear.
ये वाला
Crane
बोलना
was
भूल
in
गई है.
charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I
We all...
did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened. Georgie killed Faith and Lily. End of story. They want to scapegoat me for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own
This
crimes.
isn't right.
Oh, please.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know...
laws apply when we need them.
Everyone just shut the fuck up.
I mean, a certain level of privilege should be afforded to...
who?
This is how it's always
Yes. See, this is exactly to what I'm speaking. We lashed our ropes to this diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they idly played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction? Who will dare challenge their brutality when it leaks to our dear citizens? Who will protect you
बहुत
from
सही
the
है यार,
big
बहुत
bad
सही खेल रहा है ये,
wolf?
literally.
Who will be the...
Bigby!
Miss White!
अरे
Excuse me, dear.
I wanted to make sure I had the chance to say something.
Why don't you take a moment to catch your breath a little
What's
while?
she doing here?
I'd like
बोल
to...
दे.
I need to say something.
We're kind of in the middle of something.
Bluebeard.
Go ahead.
Of course. Go right ahead.
You probably don't remember me. I don't know why I was afraid to come
My
here.
dear, I don't
Just
know
shut up. You enslaved us for years. Let us hear stories about what you do. Told us we would lose everything if we stepped just one toe out of line. And we couldn't say a word about it because of these damn ribbons. But you know what? Now it's my turn to talk.
How are you?
क्योंकि
I
वो
found Vivian's body.
मर चुकी है बहुत से यार मैंने दिमाग लगाया नहीं ये वाला ये बोल
Did
सकती है करके
Sheriff, this is highly irregular.
Vivian killed herself.
Killed herself. Back at the pudding and pie.
I'm sorry, I don't think
Nerissa! My name is Nerissa.
It's okay, my dear. It's going to be just...
He ordered them dead. This fucker. Faith and Lily.
That's a lie.
I was in the goddamn room when he did it. Faith and Lily are dead because of you. The only two people who ever gave a damn about me.
And this just confirms it.
He made Georgie do it. It was always him. Georgie would have never done anything without his say-so. Ever.
You're going to take the word of a stupid...
At least 5 other girls will back me up on this. We all heard you say it.
Did you now?
Looks like we found our evidence.
She saw it firsthand.
He's guilty.
Good enough for me?
Me too.
So that's it, right?
Calm down the witching well. No,
Ah,
that's too
Butcher.
fucking easy for a crook like that.
What do you mean?
He's gotta pay for what he did.
Listen to yourselves!
You're all rats, fleeing from one sinking ship to the next. So quick to latch onto whatever will keep your miserable lives afloat. This is how you want to repay all I've done for you.
What, you take 2 people's lives away and now you want mercy?
You know we can't let you go free
What
after
did you
this.
expect?
What did you expect to happen here? You're getting what you deserve.
Well done, then.
Now, for your sentence.
We don't have to become murderers.
What are you talking about?
He's guilty. I know that, but we don't have to kill anybody. We can imprison him. Lock him up forever. Somewhere he can never hurt anyone again.
How can we be sure he won't escape?
I can help. We'll use magic.
That's
I
not
assure
good
you.
enough.
Maybe
There will
she
be
has
more
a point.
if he isn't
Hasn't
stopped.
there been enough bloodshed
So we get
already?
rid of him.
Dangerous.
एक सेकंड एक सेकंड एक सेकंड यार
Everyone, listen up! Clearly, we're having trouble agreeing on a suitable punishment. So I think
This is going nowhere.
someone needs to make a decision.
Who?
we should
I hope
vote
you aren't suggesting yourself.
We should have a vote. Make it democratic.
Do you really think that's going to work?
He's right. Nobody can agree on anything.
What about Bigby?
What about him?
He was appointed. He's the only official representative, really. He should be the judge.
अरे
That makes sense to me.
I guess it does.
Okay.
Fine.
Are you sure? This isn't how
It's what the people want, Miss White.
Okay, Mr. Wolf, it's your call.
अरे यार
Just
मैं तो अच्छा बंदा हूँ मैं तो
do
उसको
what you
मारने
think
के लिए
is
मना ही करूँगा ना
Yes, Sheriff.
प्लीज यार rip his head off throw him down the well
Teach
lock
him a
him up
fucking lesson.
No.
अरे यार
We can lock him
Just
away.
fucking get
मैं
rid
नहीं
of him.
मारूंगा इसको
Everyone, I'm...
Not this way.
नहीं ये मरना ही चाहता था छोड़ो ओए क्यों 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 ये खुद ही गिरेगा विचिंग वेल में पक्का इसका सर
There you are. I hope you all remember this moment.
Think
इसको जाना ही था विचिंग वेल के अंदर
to sleep.
नहीं नहीं लॉक हिम अब भी बोल रहा है
Please.
मैं नहीं मार रहा इसको We are not murderers. हम अच्छे बंदे हैं मैं क्यों अच्छा ही कर रहा हूँ मेरे को समझ नहीं आ
You're just
रहा
gonna put him in prison?
This isn't the way, Sheriff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yes. There's a way.
All right. Do it.
यार मैं क्यों अच्छा बन रहा हूँ मेरे को समझ ही नहीं आ रहा लेकिन मेरे को अच्छा बनना है सही में देखते हैं एंडिंग कैसा है इसका। सबसे छोटा घर वुडलैंड्स में। वो
Not what I was expecting. Morning.
यही है क्रिकेट मैन।
Man.
He's got a sharp tongue. I thought it would be better for everyone if he parted with it.
Thanks, Greenleaf.
Don't
ये कौन है?
forget this the next time your deputy mayor gets an itch to destroy my worldly possessions.
Hey, Sheriff.
कौन है ये अब? जैक है क्या ये?
Are you gonna come see the truck off? We're leaving for the farm in a few. Thought you might want to. I don't know.
I'll be down in a minute.
Okay. Great.
था कौन वैसे वो?
This fucking line.
ने जैक क्या कर रहा है यहाँ पे?
Oh, Mr. Wolf, Flycatcher left his keys.
मेरे को लगा इसे डेप्यूटी मेयर बना देंगे अभी। Everything okay?
Is everything okay? You look...
I'm sorry, Sheriff. I have to take care of this. We'll talk later, okay?
Good morning, Miss White.
You're late.
Bluebeard. ब्लूबीयर्ड था क्यों? मुझे बस इतना पता है कि वो फंडिंग करता था ऑफिस में, बाकी मेरे को कुछ नहीं पता इसके बारे में। क्या फ़ायदा, मैं तो फार्म जा रहा हूँ वैसे भी। कुछ बोला ही नहीं वो। एंडिंग देखनी है मुझे क्या होता है। ऑफ कोर्स मैंने हैप्पी एंडिंग चूज किया तो सब हैप्पी मिलने वाला है।
I'm going. Jesus.
We only have like 5 minutes.
Carry me for fuck's sake. I don't give a shit. You forgot these.
Oh, thank you. It's been pretty busy around here.
तो यही है फ्लाई कैचर।
Morning, Sheriff. Nice fucking day. Shit.
Sorry about all of this.
Just go grab that, would you?
Don't be so dramatic.
It's just a farm. You don't have to be so dramatic about it. Just why the hell did she have to send me and me boy away, huh? You promised me I'll get another chance. But Miss White said I had to go up to the damn farm anyway.
Wait! Sheriff Bigby! I have something.
You know, he was up crying all night, poor kid.
अब क्या हो गया इसको?
Can you give this to Miss White, please? Dad says there's no time to say goodbye, so if you could bring it to her.
पूछे क्या? What is it? पूछते क्या?
What is it?
I couldn't take them all with me, and she said she liked that one the best.
वो कोई बीटल होगा, हाँ मेरे को लग रहा था।
Willow beetle. That's a big one. They're cool, cause when they're little, they have these pouches that squirt juice at you if you touch them.
I'm sure she'll love it.
She said it was pretty.
We're about ready to head out.
What's it like at the farm? I've heard ogres live there, and they eat people in their sleep sometimes.
God, I hope not.
Do we have to go? I want to stay here.
Well, we don't have a choice anymore.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, TJ. But, look on the bright side, okay? There's plenty of space to run around, and a nice river nearby, so you can swim all you want.
Even in daytime?
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about the Monday seeing you. It'll be nice. Come on. It won't be so bad.
Have you been there before?
No. Some of the animals aren't comfortable around wolves, so you wouldn't know, would you?
We're all set.
Bye, Mr. Wolf.
Goodbye, TJ.
Ending थोड़ी सी sad है
Hey,
वैसे.
Bigby! Where's your friend, Colin? Where's the fucking pig?
How should I know?
Saying goodbye?
एक सेकंड, इसका रिबन कहाँ गया?
Hi.
Hi.
अभी भी है.
You're still wearing that thing.
Oh. Yeah. I guess I am. It's not easy to forget. I know it seems like I should be able to.
I understand.
Okay. I get it.
Listen, I came here because I have to tell you something.
What is it?
It's about what happened to Faith and Lily.
They are all
Not sure
alike.
where to
नहीं,
start.
क्या बोल रहा हूँ मैं?
Faith, Lily and I, we had this plan. We were gonna find a way out. Leave the pudding and pie for good. But then Faith decided to get some leverage. She stole a picture of Crane and Lily together. The minute Faith stole that photo, we had dirt on one of the crooked man's allies. If he found out, I had no choice. You have to understand. You've seen how they kept
इसको
us
पहले से
quiet in
पता
that
था.
place.
Just tell me.
Just tell me what happened.
I freaked out, okay? I thought if I came clean to Georgie, he'd get the crooked man to leave us alone. We could just forget the whole thing. Maybe try again in a few years.
You what?
So I told him everything. And I begged for mercy for all of us. I didn't want anyone to die over a picture.
You sold out your friends?
Sold them out.
No. Yes. Georgie promised he'd smooth things over with the crooked man. But then... Oh, God.
Touch her arm, give her a cigarette. Tell me more. Tell me more.
What happened? Can you tell me anything else?
I don't know what happened. But that night at the club, Georgie came back and told me things had changed. He had to make an example of us. We had committed treason. And while the two of us were sitting there, as he was telling me this, Faith walked in, and I had to watch while Georgie...
Removed his ribbon.
So
Removed
Georgie
her
told
ribbon.
you all
I mean.
this? Not the crooked man? Back at the well, you said.
I know what I said.
But it wasn't the truth, was it?
What does it matter? I know the crooked man did it. So what if it wasn't the whole truth? It was true enough.
No, you shouldn't have
that
lied.
makes it okay to lie?
I know he ordered their deaths. I wasn't gonna let him get away with it because of a stupid technicality. Especially after... That night, after Faith, I tried to warn Lily, but she wasn't with her scheduled appointment. So I did the only thing I could do. I left Faith's head at your doorstep.
तो यही थी जिसने किया था वो.
I walked her over here, and I left her, just hoping that maybe if
So I would
couldn't
notice.
save them.
You were trying to get my attention. So you started all this.
I just
यही थी
pointed you
seriously.
in the right direction. People like us get forgotten all the time. The crooked man was counting on that. When we suffer, we do it in silence, and the world likes it that way. We just fade, like we never existed. I couldn't watch that happen to Faith or Lily. Nobody cares about us.
I'm sorry you had to do
I'm
that.
sorry, Nerissa. I'm sorry that's what it took to get me to pay attention.
It'll be different now. You'll make things right. You and Snow.
I don't know. Seems like no matter what I do, it's just not enough for her, or anyone. I just can't win with these people.
I know it might feel that way, but they need you, BIGBY. Both of you. You two make a good team. The way you look out for each other, and look out for us.
Snow doesn't need me.
Really need me.
I'm sure that's not true. After everything you've done for us, maybe they don't want to admit it, but without you,
none of this would have happened. You listened when no one else would. You knew when to show mercy, and you brought justice to this town. Finally. Because you brought the crooked man in, everyone saw who he really was. So from where I'm standing, you did the right thing. You've been given this job for a reason. And I left Faith at your doorstep because I knew...
I made a lot of mistakes.
Been making a lot of mistakes lately.
But you've also done a lot of good. Don't forget that.
बात तो सही है वैसे.
You've changed this place. For better or worse, Fabletown wouldn't be the same without you. You're not as bad as everyone says you are.
Faith ने कहा था ना ये.
I need to tell you something.
I have to tell you something.
I feel like we've met before.
You're trying to place me.
You like my ribbon? Do you like it?
Faith wore one too. Would hide her beauty so she could escape his kingdom.
They used to call me the Little Mermaid.
Dr. Swinehart ever get back to you about Faith?
He said he wanted to run more tests. I hope you find what you're looking for.
Go after her. कुछ तो है.
I'll see you around, Wolf.
क्या था? क्या था? Did you give recruitment trial? हाँ देखा. You and choose to imprison. आधे लोगों ने मेरे जैसा काम किया. Yes, obviously. 10% people said I made a lot of mistakes. बहुत सही यार. तो गाइज यही ख़त्म होती है हमारी एक प्यारी सी सीरीज़ जो कि बहुत अच्छी थी. मेरे को ये सीरीज़ बहुत अच्छी लगी. हालांकि एंडिंग थोड़ा सा ट्विस्टेड था लेकिन समझ में तो ऑफकोर्स सब कुछ आ ही गया. तो गाइज आज के लिए बस इतना. अगर आपको एपिसोड अच्छी लगे तो पता है आपको क्या करना. लाइक करो, वीडियो को शेयर करो दोस्तों के साथ, सब्सक्राइब करो मेरे चैनल को तुम नए, और बेल आइकन भी दबा देना ताकि मैं जब भी वीडियो लाऊं तुम लोगों को जल्दी पहुंचे. और अगर किसी को भी ये वाली गेम पसंद आई क्योंकि 20-30 या 40 व्यूज़ आते हैं ऑलमोस्ट इसी गेम पर, पता नहीं है तुम लोगों को क्यों पसंद है, लेकिन ये गेम बहुत अच्छी है. ट्रस्ट मी ऑन दिस. तो मैं मिलता हूँ यार आपको ऐसे एक और गेम प्ले वीडियो में. तब तक के लिए बाय बाय.